Yo soy un Saiyajin criado en la Tierra. Por todos los guerreros Saiyajin que asesinaste y también por todos los Namekusein que mataste, juro que te exterminaré.
Video gives us a chance to be heard, a stage to be seen. It accumulates more than 7.5 million subscribers and more than 5 billion views on YouTube.
Hi everyone, this is Unify podcast by Unilingo. Here is Farbod and Adriana, your hosts. And today we are so pleased to introduce Mario Castañeda. We are so happy to have you here, Mario. It's our pleasure.
Thank you. It's my pleasure too.
Can you tell us, how did you become a dubbing talent? Like, was there a turning point in your life that made you choose to be a dubbing actor?
Well, I'm an actor, and when I studied drama here in Mexico, I learned that there are some subdivisions or specialties, and the voice dubbing is one. And so when I started looking for work, I went to the dubbing industry, and they knew me already. So the dubbing industry started calling me, and I started working in voice dubbing and more and more and more. And when I realized I had all my working time dedicated to the dubbing industry, so here I am almost 40 years later.
Yeah, that is a significant amount of time being in this space. We have seen that actors and actresses are contributing a significant amount of time and talent to this industry. We underestimate the amount of talent and cognitive thinking that goes into creating this work.
Yes, I agree with you. And, we had to do a lot of work because we speak Spanish here in Latin America, not only Mexico, but all Latin America except Brazil. But it's not the same Spanish. So if you sound too Mexican, your recording can be sold in Argentina. So now we have a better understanding and the better use of the language, and it's the same language. We are not talking about Korean or Japanese Spanish.
I remember being kid and watching cartoons and listening to a Spanish that were dubbed in Spain.
In Spain, yes, or in
yes.
Puerto Rico, yes, I remember. Yes.
And the accent was weird, and every now and then you heard words that were like, what is that?
Yes. Yes. So we are so alike, but we are not the same.
Yes. So this introduces to one of your greatest characters that is actually for a cartoon for kids, Goku from Dragon Ball Z. So this is something that was greatly dubbed by you when I was a kid.
Yes. Well, not only kids, we discovered I'm not sure if Dragon Ball was meant to be shown to little kids. In Mexico, we thought it's a cartoon, so it must be made
for kids.
For kids. And now we know it, but in the beginning, we thought it was for kids.
Well, going back to Goku, can you tell us how were you chosen for this important role?
The dubbing director, Gloria Rocha, she decided who she wanted to work with for each character. So one day she saw Goku was going to grow up, and she said, "Okay, I want Mario Castañeda for this role." And I said no, because we had a fight years ago, and she didn't remember, but I did. So I said, "I'm sorry, I have a lot of work." But my son Arturo, he told me, "You have to play Goku. Please promise me you're going to play Goku." And here I am, 26 years later.
So we owe it to your son. Thanks to your son.
Yes, in a way, yes.
Can you talk to us about how did you work with this character, referring if it meant for you challenges, or how did you have to adapt yourself for this specific character?
Goku, he was just a teenager at the beginning when I started recording it. He was maybe 15 years old or something like that. So when I saw it, I told Gloria, I can't do that. He's a teenager. So she said, no, just make your voice a little higher. Gohan, Krillin. And then Dragon Ball ends, and there comes Dragon Ball Z. And there he is 5 years in the future, and he's a grown-up. So at the beginning, that was a little difficult.
Challenging.
Yes, a challenge because I had to take care of that. It had to be very naive, very like a teenager.
Right. So now you've done a little bit, but we would like to ask you if you're okay with it, if you can perform a little piece of Goku in
Or maybe the
Spanish.
most memorable part.
Yeah,
that
something
is,
that you.
and not to put you on the spot.
Okay. In all the episodes, when Goku is presenting the next episode, he always starts with "Hola, soy Goku," and there are some memorable lines. ¡Ya basta, Freezer! Yo soy un Saiyajin criado en la Tierra. Por todos los guerreros Saiyajin que asesinaste y también por todos los Namekusein que mataste, juro que te exterminaré.
Mario,
Thank
that
you.
was fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah,
that was
thank
great.
you. So this was great. We are pleased to have you, and we're going to say goodbye. This was Farbod, Adriana, and of course, Mario Castañeda. So pleased to have you. And this is Unify Podcast by Unilingo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.